Hi, I'm Kim Jensen with County Pantry, and today I'm going to show you how to use our Village Cafe pancake batter mix with a American honey pear sauce. So you start by using a pear. You can use whatever pear you like. Today I'm just using a Bartlett green pear. You want to make sure that it is pretty soft. And then we're going to proceed to cut out the middle, and then we're just going to cut into small pieces. This is kind of a big knife, so be careful when you're coring your pears. We're going to warm up the saute pan with a little bit of butter and cook these up. And I'm also going to put in about a tablespoon of brown sugar. And we're going to let that all cook and reduce, and then we're going to flash it with American honey. Flashing kind of freaks people out once in a while, because when you flash it, that means it creates a flame. But what you're doing is you want the flavor of the whiskey and the honey. So I've got some melted butter back here, and we're just going to start her up. Just like that. You don't want to go too hot because you're going to burn your butter. I'm going to move this over so it doesn't melt. And we're just going to go ahead and let these pears start to cook. They look wonderful. We also like to use heavy cream and make a whipped cream to put on top of pancakes too instead of syrup. Not everybody likes that sweet finished syrup, but I do have some maple syrup going here in the grill to warm it up a bit. I love syrup that's warm. I don't really like to eat cold syrup on my pancakes because I want my pancakes to be hot. So I have that going over there, and that's easy to do at home. If you don't have a flat top and you're going to do this on your griddle, you can just have a pan on your oven on low heat. If you're not a person who likes to stand at your stove or your griddle watching everything every minute of the day, then double broil it. Just use a pot of warm water underneath and put the pot of syrup on top just to get that warmed up. I don't know if you can hear the pear starting to sizzle. Can my camera crew hear that? They're nodding, yes. Well, we're going to be able to smell it real soon here too. I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of brown sugar. And again, you want to watch out with this butter that we don't get it too brown and burn it. Pears that slice this thin aren't going to take very long to cook at all. So we can go ahead and move these around. You can also have your tongs ready to go here. And give her a toss if you're not handy at flipping with your hands in a pan. I love sweet pears. I think they're awesome. It makes a great delicate dessert even just by itself. And like I said, a lot of people forget to use alcohol. Another great thing to use in desserts that a lot of people don't use is balsamic vinegars. And if you go to these olive stores that are popping up everywhere, they have every flavor. I was just in Libertyville at Olive, who's carrying some of our product, and they had a pineapple balsamic vinegar. It was fantastic. I'm going to be bringing a bottle back of that in summer, and I think I'm going to use it at my other restaurant, Bellagio's. I think it'd be great in some desserts, and even my cupcakes at Pink Bakery I think would benefit from that. But the flavor of pineapple is up front, but then you have the acidity of that balsamic vinegar, and it's fantastic. So you can see that I added about another tablespoon of butter there, of brown sugar, and these are starting to look fantastic. They're just about ready to flash. We also don't want to overcook these where they become mushy. So I'm going to bring this over to the camera here. I don't know if you can see that a little bit better, but you can see it's just starting to caramelize with the butter, and you can see they're flopping around a little bit, but there is some texture to the pear. All right, so I'm going to turn up the heat. I've got my whiskey, and no, we're not going to do shots here today, but we are going to pour a little bit of this when it gets hot. Again, you want to stand right here for this process because you don't want to burn your butter. So now you can see that the temperature just came up, it's bubbling nicely, and I'm just going to add some American honey. And there comes the flame. Again, don't be frightened of it. If it scares you, just take away and blow on it. Just like that. That evaporated the alcohol right off of it, but it also put the flavor right in the dish. Ooh, it smells good. This is a fantastic recipe. I'd love to make this for my nieces and nephews. It's not going to get them drunk. It might calm them down a little bit, but really, no, it burns all the alcohol off, and it's perfect. So I'm just going to take this, turn the heat off now, and let this sit. I'm now going to use my batter that I made from my County Pantry Village Cafe pancake mix. This is real easy to assemble. The recipe's right on the back of the jar. I've already done that for video's sake. So just follow your instructions there. And once you get your batter done, I like to put it in something with a little bit of with a nose on it so it comes out a little bit easier. And I would just spray down your pan or your skillet with a little bit of spray. And we're going to go ahead and cook up a couple of pancakes. I can hear the sizzle on this. I might have to turn down the heat a little bit. And at Village Cafe, we like to make them a little bit bigger than not so big. We actually measure there. We have a tool in the back that measures it out for us. I'm just turning down my batter or my heat a little bit. And you can see that bubbles are starting to form on the pancakes. Get this out of the way so you can see that a little bit better maybe. And then we're going to add the pears right on top. I want to spread them out a little bit. And again, this is how we do our blueberry, our cherry pancake mix at Village Cafe. We put down the batter first, then we add the fruit. It's not mixed in there, it's nice and fresh. When you bite into it, you can feel that bite coming through the tooth. I'm just going to leave that over here. And now we're just waiting to flip them. Okay, we'll see if we can give this a flip. Beautiful. And when you flip a pancake, you should concentrate on one side and then give her a flip. And I'm just cleaning up the grill as we go here. Those are looking beautiful. And like I said, I have a little bit more sauce over here ready to go. So I'm going to turn the heat back on. And I'm going to let this reduce just a little bit more. Because it's still pretty runny with that whiskey in there. And I just want it to reduce a little bit more so we can pour it over the top of the pancakes. And then if you don't think if it's not sweet enough for you, we'll add our syrup. Typically, I never eat syrup with my pancakes because I like to taste that flavor of the fruit in there. And I'm a whipped cream girl. I like that fresh cream on top. So these are looking good. If you ever want to test it, you can just put your spatula in there and make sure she's ready to go. I'm also one of those strange people who likes everything undercooked. So when I do my pancakes, I always undercook them. But for our purposes today, we will not do that. So we got our nice pears. They're baked right into the batter. Oh, and this looks fantastic. It just bubbled up and reduced some more. See how nice and thick it is? And we're just going to pour it right over the top. Oh, that smells fantastic. So there you have pear pancakes. I don't think that even took 9 minutes, Kier. How much time do we have in video? 9? 9 minutes to do this. Make your batter ahead of time. Keep it in your refrigerator a couple days ahead and you're ready for your company. If you want to do the pear preparation before, go ahead. Make it a couple days ahead and it's a great way to impress people that you're having over for brunch. Enjoy.